I'm going to attempt, or try, kind of doing this from my head, to make a potato soup. Yes, that's what we're attempting. So I read through a bunch of recipes this morning. A lot of people use real potatoes, which I have. I have plenty of real potatoes, but I saw a recipe that used mashed potatoes, which got me thinking, I have a bunch of instant potatoes. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that. That being said, the recipe only had like 3 or 4 things in it, and it was basically chicken broth, soup, onion, some seasonings. That was, I think, all. It wasn't very, like, extensively hard soup. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the base of my German potato salad, which is you cook down bacon with an onion, cook those together so it gets you a really good flavor. And then if I take flour and add that in, and then I will add chicken broth, which I'm using bouillon, so it'll be water and bouillon. That should give you a pretty good base. And even I don't even have to use flour. I can use the potato starch. Right? I'm trying to think. I think I can. So that'll be the base. And I might add potatoes in at that point, like real potatoes. Not that these aren't not real potatoes, they're dried. I do have, even have like 75-year dehydrated or freeze-dried. Dehydrated or freeze-dried? I don't know what they are. They're dehydrated because I've got dehydrated carrots here as well. I figure I could throw those in, get rid of some of that. I wonder if I can use the dehydrated potatoes. Sorry, I have all this dehydrated food left over from before my mom passed away. So that one says 10 to 20 years. So it's sitting at least 11. My mom's been gone for 11 years. So I'm thinking if I can start getting rid of this stuff, I will. Because that's a big can. So I might get the dehydrated potatoes down too and use those instead of real potatoes, and I'll save mine. That way I've got chunks of potatoes in there. Anyway, so bouillon, because I don't have chicken broth. I've got quite a few, so we'll get there. Some garlic, because the only other thing I have is dried right now. Bay leaves, which my husband hates. And then I've got a whole block of Colby Jack cheese. Oh, butter. Okay, so thoughts. We're gonna start with the onion and the bacon in a pan, sauteing on low with a little butter. Although no, I don't think I need butter. That's pretty fatty bacon. It was cheap. It's the cheapest one I could find. It was like $3.99, which is like something you can't find anymore. So we'll just start with these. Yeah. Yeah, that's Aldi bacon. I don't go to Aldi very often, but their bacon is cheaper than that. So standardly, I would say cut up the bacon, but I'm lazy, so we're gonna scissor the bacon. No, we're gonna cut it just in a different format. I started doing this for my German potato salad because it was freaking easier. Especially if you have a good pair of scissors. If you have a good pair of scissors, this one's not it. Probably be easier to do it with a knife. All right, we'll try the knife. Those scissors suck. Yeah, the knife is sharper today. So, if you have a good pair of kitchen scissors, that's the easier way. And I'm not doing like big pieces. They're chunky. I'm just keeping it in chunks. You know, bacon shrinks, so. Plus, I'll probably puree this. More than likely. Come on, cut through the bacon. This is very fatty bacon. I do more? Everything I looked at said like 6 pieces. I'm gonna use half for now. That seems good. Okay, now for the onion. And yes, I know I didn't wash my hands. It's going in the same pot. And I'm using this whole, it's a pretty decently large onion. I mean, it's as big as my hand. Get rid of, oh, set that aside for a minute. Get rid of the scraps. Okay. Still didn't get a piece. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna chunk this up decently well. I mean, the finer the better. Actually, I dehydrated onion. I can use those too. Oh. Not cut off your fingers. It's a lot of onion. Okay. That'll work. Into the pot. There we go. Like I said, the bacon grease should cook those pretty well. So, that going. We don't need it like ridiculously when it's softened, sauteed. Let me wash my hands. I mean, you could put some butter in there if it makes you feel better. I'm debating on it. We'll see how long that takes. Technically, if you're doing onions, they take 10 to 15 minutes to soften off of a slow simmer. I'll show you what I'm looking. There it is. Onions, then sauteed. Alright, but I still need to make these. I don't know how much is left in here. Got cups on it, let's see if there are cups on it. Add this for a little while. So I'm like, oh, let me use it. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, hold on. What am I looking at? 2.5 cups. Oh, 2 cups of water. Damn, alright. I need a bigger bowl is what I need. Hold on. In my head I'm thinking, oh, mason jar, easy. Too hard to get out later. Alright, so 2.5 cups of flakes. I need at least 2 cups of water. 3/4 cup of milk. Hold on. Show your stuff. Well, bacon is starting, it smells good in here. Bacon's starting to brown. Okay, so 2 cups of water. Let's start with that. Water and milk. Okay, so for those that you don't know me or just joining, I'm lactose intolerant. We have fake milk. You stir that. Alright. Not looking too bad. Looks like mashed potatoes. I'll let them rehydrate a little bit. Okay, since I used all the potato flake, so I can't do that. I will have to use some flour. And I need to make my chicken broth. So 3 cups should be good. And this really isn't a measuring cup. This is the bottom of my KitchenAid hand blender. My stick blender, got little measurings on it. I use it all the time. Alright, I'm going to add the garlic in here because we're kind of to the end. My garlic's looking a little low. Usually I have the big thing of garlic. Apparently I was being cheap. Not usually cheap like that. Not when it comes to garlic. My husband's Italian. We use garlic in everything. Like I'm probably going to use the rest of this in this. Most of it anyway. I'll save a little bit if I need it someplace else. I think I'm going to make the roux. That'll give me all the flavor. And I want the flavor. Flour. Take the cheese out of the way. I'll add the bay leaf in a little bit. That's my butter. Okay. I don't have a lot of flour left in here. Just eyeball in this. I think it's usually a few tablespoons. That is roughly half of a third of a cup. That feels right. So I've had it on medium heat about this whole time. That being said. So go in with a little bit of butter for the roux. Sometimes I use, or not butter, dude, milk. Sometimes I use butter. I'm gonna say that was probably a quarter of a cup, roughly. A little salt. Where's my other pepper? I have a pepper grinder. Here's my grinder. I'm gonna try to use the grinder. Some fresh cracked pepper. This smells good. One. Alright. Alright, I'm going to show you what this looks like real fast. Alright, so this is my basic roux base. Not amazing looking, but everything's cooked up and it smells real. Add the water and the chicken. Well, if you have chicken broth, add chicken broth. For those of us that don't have chicken broth, water and bouillon. Apparently I'm doing a lot of dehydrated stuff with this today. It was not my intended purpose for this, but that's just what I have. And I seem to have a lot of it. I'm debating on dropping that whole stick of butter in there too. I do that with my mom's chicken soup. It's a whole stick of butter. At this time, you can probably drop the bay leaves in too. Bay leaf. My husband hates bay leaves. All right. Let this come back up to a boil. Come on. Turn my heat back up. Yeah, potatoes should be added about now, I think. So those fluffed up kind of nice. I guess I am going to add them all. Okay. Wasn't sure, but looking at it, I think we're good. Okay. And I'll add it in. That thickened it up real nice. Alright. At this point, while it's boiling, or coming back to a boil, we're going to add in some carrots. See, now, if you've never seen carrots, it's literally, when they're all dried, they just look kind of, they're just like little pieces. So it's not like you're eating like a big ass chunk of carrot, but they'll fluff up. I'll show you. I usually only add these to soups and stuff. That's getting hot fast. Turn it back down. Alright, so those say they take 10 minutes or so? 10 to 15 minutes to rehydrate. butter. Should I add the butter? I think the butter's needed. I'm gonna add half stick. I'm not gonna add the whole thing. All right, half stick of butter. Maybe paprika. I like a little pepper in my stuff. Let's see. Ooh, don't pop at me, you piece of crap. Try it down some. Okay. I swear. Not sure about that. I don't know about this. Do I need to blend it some? So the flavor's there. Like I said, this is a trial. I am doing something that I saw on a whim. Now the ones I did see did say something about blending it to make it smooth. So I might have to do that. It's good. Debating on blending it because there's chunks of I kind of want the chunks of the bacon and stuff and the onion. I'm trying to think, does it need more water? Maybe that'll thin it out. It's very, I mean, it looks like mashed potatoes. We'll try a little more water. So this is roughly another cup and a half on top of the 3 cups that were already in there. And because I added another cup, I'm going to add a little more bouillon. Okay, that made it a little more soupy. That might have been a good call. All right, get this back heated with the extra water and the new thing. Oh, that helped. Okay, so the little extra, I just realized I did what I did. So when I added that extra water, I added beef bouillon instead of chicken. The beef bouillon's better. Next time, use beef. I like a hearty soup, I guess, is more stew-like, I guess, than I do actual soup, unless it's chicken. Chicken soup, plain, although dumplings are very good. So is gnocchi. I like gnocchi and chicken. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the pieces of potato. Give me a minute. Potatoes. I haven't been in this one yet, so top comes off. And you should have big chunks of potatoes in there. So little like julienne slices of potatoes on that. Yeah, these ones just say these are dehydrated as well. I thought I had freeze dried. I have a friend with a freeze dryer. I want one. Okay, so let's put some. I might break these up some. Yeah, there we go. Kind of hurt your fingers. I don't know how many I want to do, man. You didn't see that. Okay. See how that is. Can always add more. Lost my bay leaf in here someplace. No idea where that went. Oh yeah, that flavor's good. Mmm. Okay. Definite yes. Didn't think that was gonna go as well as it did. Actually, I like the big pieces. Those seem to be doing pretty well. Okay. I'm gonna do one more handful. Good size handful. I like potatoes. Okay. That's good. That's gonna be yummy. Okay. So that worked. Better than I expected. Probably feed 4 adults, no problem. And that's hearty adults. I mean, this pot's half full, so I mean, you thin it out, you add some more water to it, you can feed a lot more people. It's looking pretty good. This is gonna be my lunch. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? 10:12. I'm a little early. This is breakfast at this rate. Yeah, I mean, it's nice and thick off the spoon. It coats the spoon. Yeah. This is gonna be good. See how my potatoes are doing here. Chunk of potato. Still hot. Yep, potato's good. Oh, spoon is hot. Okay, that's good. I call that a success.